Everybody, Thomas here, and there it is. There's a new tractor. It's Massey Ferguson 2705E. It's a stout tractor. I almost said little, and little is something it is not. The difference in size between this and the John Deere 3032E is night and day. I want to say with the front end loader, this sucker is literally like 5 foot longer than the other John Deere. So pretty impressive on size. Just going over the tractor, my initial thoughts, it's heavy. I trailered it down here about 2 days ago. My dad brought it down. We met halfway and then went from there, but it's a beast. So some of the things I did is I had fluid added to the back of the tires here. That just gives me more weight in the back. I've got the box blade here. Bush hog will be on its way soon. They hadn't come in yet, but folks up in B&G Equipment up in Paris, Tennessee are helping me out. They'll be getting those in here shortly, and hopefully within about 2-3 weeks I'll be heading up there to go get the bush hog when I do a little family vacation. Overall, the rear end on the sucker is stout. You have the ability to do Cat 1, Cat 2 attachments. It has a nice fill port there for your hydraulic on the back, which is pretty nice, easy to get to. That was one of my little complaints about the little John Deere, is that the filler on the back there's really no spout for it, and you always run the risk of getting something into your system, dirt, debris, water, whatever. Just didn't really like that. It was kind of flush mounted. There are different settings you can do for the tires, how far you want them to space out. This tractor initially had the ag tires. I had them swap out to the industrial tires just because I'm very familiar with them. They don't tear up the ground that much, and pretty awesome, you know, for traction and just if you want to go on a road too. The 3-point lift for the 3-point attachments on the back there, it's actually a very comfortable location. I'm so used to having them a little bit down lower. This one, it just feels natural, and there's like a little, almost like a thumb grip, so I really like that. You have your rear hydraulics if you so had any equipment for that. The seat, so I'm a big dude. I actually almost had to put the seat forward, but I just said I can't do that. On this tractor, it's a locky rear differential. It's like most other tractors, you push down your heel there. The throttle placement, it's not like what I had on my dad's tractor. My dad's tractor, it was a little bit closer to the brake, but I'm getting used to it there. The brakes are really easy. Setting the parking brake is simple with this little lever. Let's see, hydraulics on this sucker are super smooth. I'm very impressed with the way the hydraulics feel. Very stout. I've gone through every single log on the property. There is still one log. This tractor will lift it, but it only lifts about 2 inches. So I'll have to take off about a foot of the log, and then I'll be good. It's a giant oak log. The fuel tank being down low. This is the opposite side. The actual filler port's on the other side, but fuel tank down low. I'm liking it. So it is a turboed engine. In fact, I'll go on to the other side. You can see the little turbo. It's kind of funny. I was hoping to hear a little bit of turbo noise because I'm kind of a diesel head and I like turbos. And again, opening the hood super easy, and it pops right up. But itty bitty turbo. I was hoping to hear some turbo noise. You can't really hear it, but this tractor's got so much freaking power. The engine bay. So I've got the front end loader kind of in the way here and everything. There's no side panels to take off. Easy access to the battery. Easy access to the air. Also loading on your fluid for the radiator really easy. And there's a little screen you can actually take out and clean, which I'm very happy. The little 3032 did not have that. But overall, getting into the engine, I mean, you can actually do some work on this. The frame on this sucker is just stout. I mean, you can see the subframe here for the actual front end loader. I mean, that's like 1 inch thick steel. I'm sure if this pipe here, cylinder tubing here, is probably about the same. I mean, this thing is stout. It's got the Subaru little see if I can get in there. Little diesel engine, 2.2 liter, very stout motor. I mean, wow, and it's quiet. I like the quietness. There's your little filler, 14 point something gallons. Again, I had so I got the tractor 2 days ago. It had about 1.2 hours on it. I think I'm up to 4-ish hours or so. So we'll go and hop up on here. Again, I'm a big dude. I've got like loads of room to walk around the seat here and sit down. The steering wheel does not adjust that I can tell, which I am not in any way, shape, or form upset about that, because again, I mean, I have just loads of clearance. And that John Deere, when I got off of this one back on the other one to load it up, and actually my buddy picked it up. I met him halfway. We picked it up today. It felt tiny, and I'm like, wow, I've been living a lie, I guess. I've been living in this little John Deere, but there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, it was a tractor that fit my needs at the time, and it did a great job, but this tractor, I think it fits me. The gear shifter, when you're shifting your 1 through 4, and you have your high and low, low, neutral, high. PTO, if you want to put it into neutral. You also have you can do soft start if you push the button down, but PTO is really just to start and everything. So far there's one little complaint I have, and it's not a bad thing. It's just the John Deere had this and I liked it. Whenever you engage the PTO on the John Deere tractor, it'll give you a little readout what the RPM was on your PTO. That was pretty awesome. This one, it's just standard. You look on your dial, when you're about, say, 2,400 RPM, your PTO is your 540 speed. I mean, it's something small, but I liked it. Like, oh, PTO is spinning at 460 RPM right now. That's pretty cool. I need to bump it up a little bit. Sitting in the cockpit, I mean, the hood, it seems like it goes on for half a mile, but it's not bad. I mean, it doesn't feel as big as what it really is when you're on it. I mean, it feels size appropriate. Now, so it's deceptive. So you look at your little wheel well here, it's like, wow, I've got some clearance. And then you look over like, oh, my tires go out another foot to 10 inches or so. Or no, that's about a foot or so. So yeah, again, the front end loader, very smooth operation. But hey, let me stop talking. Let me crank the sucker out. So I got the synchro shift, 8x8 and everything. So again, whenever I start it up, you always push the clutch in. Your dashboard comes up and everything. You know, once it goes through its cycle. So I like the fuel gauge there. It's pretty easy to see. Look at that. It just sounds cool. It sounds like, remember the old bread trucks or even the FedEx trucks? It sounds like a 4BT Cummins cranking up. It just has that pretty neat little sound. I like that. On the on the synchro, so you push it forward for forward, reverse for reverse, and neutral. When you're in neutral, you can have the clutch off, no problem, but you do have to clutch it to go into forward or reverse. Shifting gears, you have to clutch as well. But overall, I mean, smooth operation. So, I mean, look at that. You don't even hear the engine. You hear it on the upswing there, but I'm in low operations. They are like very smooth. I like the way the knob feels. It's got some weight to it. So I'm at 1,000 RPM. We'll rev it up a little bit so you can hear. Here, I'll do my foot. So I'll use the foot throttle. There'll be your 540 right there. Very smooth. I mean, it sounds great. So what am I at? 4.2 hours thus far. I don't have a whole lot of runtime on it yet, but I'm very impressed with what I've seen thus far. I mean, very impressed. So I've got the parking brake on. All I do is slightly push that down. You see the little lever pops up. Now the brakes are off and it will actually roll. So let's go ahead and show you. So I'm in high 1. I don't know if I can shift like this, but we'll see. So high 1, high 2, high 3, and high 4. Whew. Get moving. Now I've got a bumpy road here, so I gotta go slow. Really go and knock it down a gear too. So I'll put it in second, and it's in high second. I actually find myself using the higher rabbit speed a little bit more, just because I have to go a lot from the front yard to the backyard. But let's go ahead and throw a log on here. You can see how that works. I like it though. Very smooth throttle response. I mean, it sounds like driving a big tractor, but it's deceptive because it's not. I don't know. It's smoother than I think a tractor should be, which is not a bad thing. Let's see if I can get one of these pine logs here without making everything fall off. So I got a load of logs today. Actually, you know what? We're gonna grab a cedar log. Go in reverse. And I have a customer coming over that wants some 14-inch wide cedar. Take you on a little ride around the property. And ship it to third. Alright. So he's looking for a 14-inch log or thereabouts. Let's see what I can find. Yeah, this one looks good. Don't mind the dirty clothes over there. One of my youngest went outside and had an accident yesterday, and well, I do what any dad does when his wife's not at the house. I took him out and put a hose to him. So yeah. So here we go. Let's see if I can get this kind of one-handed. Why not lift them both up? There we go. So I don't know what the weight of that log is, but it's a stout little cedar log. I say little. It's I say 14 foot wide or long, diameter on one end, maybe up to 16 inches. But cedar is light, but it just shows you, you know, it was picking up both of them, no problem. Yesterday, I was taking some of these really heavy logs of pine and did 3 of them at once. And I mean, they were each over 800 pounds, so maybe not 800 pounds, but they were up there. Alright. So, I'm going to go ahead and take this all the way back to the mill. Sorry, I got my bumpy driveway. Or bumpy property. As you see, I apologize. RPM's only about 1,500 or so. The tractor is not the most comfortable ride over bumpy ground at any speed. There's no suspension. Your suspension is the tire and your seat, essentially. So here's a good way to judge how wide your log is. My opening between the fence, between the small pole on the right hand side and the pole that actually holds the fence, is about 12 foot. So if I come up to this, now this is a problem I have, so we're looking at a 14-foot-ish log. It's not the safest thing, but I have to lift up over. So I've got, it's not super heavy, plus I have that fluid in the tires. And then once I'm safely through, I'll go ahead and lower it down to a safer level. Normally you want your butt end closest to the mill head, and I am not going to do that right now because I've got one hand on the camera and one hand on the other. So there's some of the cedar boards that I'm cutting for a customer. I will say this though, with this tractor being so much larger, I really have to watch my turns. My log area here was built for the 3032E, the John Deere, and now I have to pretty much increase the size of the area I'm working in. So here we go. I don't need to be that high, but I'm trying to do this while filming. It's not the easiest. Sometimes I got a stubborn log that won't move, so I'll shake, and it's not wanting to move. It's not wanting to move at all, even if I throttle it back. So, gently. There it goes. Yeah, that was gentle. And then I usually back the tractor up just a smidge, and put the forks down. The forks are in such a location that I can throw logs onto it quite easily. So, overall though, very impressed with this tractor. It is a beast. I like the step here because look, I can do 2 foot or 2 feet right there, come down and then step down. There's no twisting of the body to get off the tractor. I mean, I'm very impressed. So again, this is initial review. I'm liking what I see. I've only had 4 hours on the tractor, so that's really not a, one data point's not enough to make a sound decision, but I've got a feeling this is gonna be one stout tractor, one great tractor for the farm. But this is again the Massey Ferguson 2705E. I hope I didn't bore you too much with that little drive around the property, but I'm very impressed with this tractor, and the folks up at B&G Equipment in Paris, Tennessee really hooked me up. I mean, Carl was the person I worked with. He's fantastic. In fact, every person I talked to on the phone up there was awesome. But I mean, Carl, even in I had a question about something on the way down here. Called him on a weekend, and I mean, just easy to work with. Great folks up there. Very happy with the tractor thus far. Can't wait to get that bush hog. I think that's going to be a beast in itself because it's a bush hog brand, and I hope I'm saying that right. I think it's a bush hog brand. Anyways, it's red and it handles up to large material, and I'm usually kind of rough on bush hogs, but I'm going to be a little more gentle. But very happy. The forks I have on here is from a company in Tennessee called Blue Diamond. These are the 4,000-pound forks. I like them. They're very stout. I like this little, I don't want to call it a headache or whatever that thing is there, but see the BD in a little diamond shape, blue diamond. I think that's pretty cool. But, I mean, this thing's awesome. It even looks kind of snazzy. And here's something interesting. So those are kind of like car lights there. Not only does it have low beams, it actually has high beams. How often is that? Now, it does kind of look like a robot face, but, whatever. It's awesome. Okay, so here's another complaint. Not a complaint. It's it's kind of a me thing. My little tractor shed over there. Yeah, that rollover protection system there does not fit. I can get it right up to it, but I'll have to fold it down. Or, you know what? I got a bigger sawmill. I got a bigger tractor. I guess I need a bigger tractor shed, which I am going to be working on this summer. So, stay tuned, and hopefully I'll have many more reviews of this awesome tractor, and kind of put some name out there on the internet about it, because I haven't seen a whole lot of videos about this Massey Ferguson 2705E. They've got a powertrain warranty for 5 years. It was a pleasure working with the AGCO company. I financed through them, so I don't have anything negative to say. Very happy, and can't wait to do more videos. Y'all have a great day, and we'll talk to you later. Please subscribe.